You're very welcome back to the beautiful Kilkenny Castle here. Yes, we're discovering Kilkenny all morning, and we said it, we can't be here without having Edward Hayden here, and like the bad penny, he turns up.
Fáilte go dtí Kilkenny. Yes, listen, I'm part of the history and culture and heritage of Kilkenny.
You are part of the culture. It wouldn't be the same without you, Edward.
Now you said it.
But you're making a lovely soup.
I'm making a gorgeous soup because not only did I bring myself, I also brought the best of what we have at the minute, and I was thinking long and hard about what I would do for you when you're coming to Kilkenny. So I just thought we'd look at the best of local and the best of seasonal, and we've got such gorgeous produce. We're very blessed in Kilkenny to have some wonderful food producers producing food to the highest standard. So we're very lucky, so I thought I would showcase some of those this morning. So I've got a lovely selection of vegetables from Riversfield Organic Farm out in Callan, and I'm going to transform that into some lovely soup.
Okay.
So this will warm the cockles of your heart, Alan. So I've got some lovely oil here. This is Second Nature's organic oil. It's from up in Urlingford direction. Kitty Colchester produces the rapeseed oil, and rapeseed oil, of course, has so many wonderful virtues to it. So I'm heating my pan with a little bit of oil, and then, Alan, just get a selection of vegetables. And I know we're always told to eat the rainbow, aren't we?
Yeah.
So use a kind of a really large selection of colour. So I've got some lovely leeks here. I've got some lovely celery. I've got some lovely potato, so I've got some sweet potato here, or I've got some lovely potatoes here you can put into it as well, and I've got some carrots. So just your basic soup vegetables. I've got some lovely onions as well. Look at those lovely organic onions. And the flavour of them, Alan, is absolutely fabulous. Even the lovely tomatoes that I've got there, that will kind of transport you over to Italy in terms of the flavour of the tomatoes. Now, you know, I'm a big fan of the aromatics. I like a few aromatics in things, so I brought a few of those this morning. So what I've got is I've got a little bit of ginger, which I think is really gorgeous in soup particularly. You get those lovely warming undertones. So put in some ginger. You know it wouldn't be me without the old bit of chilli.
Bit of chilli. Oh,
bit of chilli. So
you love your
chilli. Absolutely. And then I've got some garlic as well. So we're not a fan of the amorous advances in Kilkenny, so we curb them all with garlic. So there you have it. Pop some of those in just like that. Give that a good squeeze just like so. And really just let that cook down and sweat down really nicely. I've got some lovely herbs. Ideally, if I wasn't on the telly, I'd give it about 6 or 7 minutes slowly to sweat down at this stage, just to sweat them down nice and gently. In there, the sprigs of thyme, and obviously put in your seasoning as well. So a nice bit of salt and a nice bit of pepper going in there, just to kind of to build up that sense of flavour throughout. Now, Alan, ideally, assuming that this had got like the 5 or 6 minutes to kind of to sweat down, we're then going to add in some liquids into it, okay? So just get a lovely sense of flavour here. I'm like the Pied Piper of the Kilkenny Castle this morning. There's a flavour wafting all around from the soup. But assuming that it had its 5 or 6 minutes,
gorgeous already,
beautiful. Put in your lovely liquids. Again, of course, we're home of the Avonmore cream here as well, and milk and buttermilk. So I'm using some of that. So putting in some of that in there, as much or as little as you'd like. I've also said on the recipe, if you wanted, you could use coconut milk for just a varied taste as well. And then I'm going to put in a little bit of water or a little bit of stock. I'm happy just to put in water. That's just water.
All right, so
I'm happy to put in water.
Would you not put the stock in, no?
I would put the stock in if I felt I was underwhelmed by the quality of the ingredients that I was using.
But they're so good.
But because I've got some lovely ingredients at the absolute freshest, I don't need to kind of rely on any other ingredients to flavour it. So I've just got my products to flavour it there as well. So then what we're going to do is we're going to bring that to the boil. We're going to let that boil for about 15, 20, 25 minutes maximum on a kind of a gentle simmer, and then we're going to puree it. And that's one of the things that I'd say to people, you know, sometimes we're so conscious of the soups, we think we leave them boiling for a couple of hours. Really good ingredients, vegetables cooking nice and quickly.
Yeah, I would have thought, okay, you're going to simmer this for at least an hour.
I've said to you on the recipe to put in about 2/3 of the liquid, as I've now done, and then once I'm blending it later on, people will be familiar with their immersion stick blender. So use your immersion stick blender to kind of to blend and puree it down, correcting it with some additional liquids as you go along.
What's the syrup?
This is gorgeous. This is Highbank Orchard apple syrup. It's Rod and Julie Calderpot make that above in Cuffs Grange. They're the best of good people. and you can put that on your porridge, on your meringues and everything, and it's just completely derived from apples, and it's organic. They've also got a fabulous product, which is their treacle, and last night at 1:45 this morning I put some brown bread into the oven with some of their lovely treacle to go with the soup, and again we've the little mill flour there as well, and lots of
you have everything here in Kilkenny.
Come here till I tell you, we're self-contained. We're self-contained. We don't have to go outside of the county, but we've great things across the city and county, and obviously a wonderful tourist offering as well. So there we have it. There's our lovely soup, and again, of course, you know I'm a big fan always of the Nicholas Moss pottery that I use, and this morning I've got some of the lovely rosemary Dur pottery from Made in Kilkenny as well. So we do best of craft, best of food, best of culture, and I hope you discovered last night the best of crack.
Is there anyone else you'd like to mention there? I think we got through everybody in Kilkenny. There'll be people going, he didn't mention me. Yeah. Listen.
Hello to me, mother.
Edward, thank you so much for that. That looks absolutely beautiful. I'm going to tuck into that now. And we have to say a big thank you to everybody here in Kilkenny Castle this morning for hosting us. It's been a lovely, lovely morning. And look, at Kilkenny is just a great place to come and visit. A big thank you also to Butler House and Gardens. They're just across the way here because they've been keeping us warm all morning with their tea and their lovely scones and their croissants. And just to everybody we visited here over the last week when we were here filming, big thank you to everybody. Just make sure, keep discovering Ireland. We have the best country in the world, don't we, Edward?
We certainly do.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure as always this morning. Let's go back to studio.
Oh, thank you, guys. It's scones, not scones.
Oh, here we go.